Okay, so I'm gonna just break this whole video down in a way that, I can guide you on my thinking process on this idea I got. So when you actually visit the site and you click on this link, you got the ability to basically scroll at your own pace. But I want to show you the pace that you can go to really understand, like, you know, how this whole concept can come together and create an experience. So without further ado, let's jump in. So you visit simplydopart.com, right? You're going to see this unique character pop up, promoting balance. You're going to click the drop down on the hamburger and click SDA connections, right? It may not look like this on your screen. It's going to be on the right side. When you click that, all right, so you see it says scroll gently. You scroll, you see it under the cloud, and it says simply dope art, a hidden gem. And so these video links are supposed to represent projectors, like murals, screens that you'll see when you walk into the gallery space. And so this is an introduction video. Conversation starters, building natural connections, a collective creativity boost, inspired thoughts has found you. Another video, another visual of me making prints. And then there's going to be some audios. Sometimes in life, you're going to have to reframe your thoughts, reframe your thinking in a way that's more positive, in a way that's more creative, in a way that's more productive. Especially if you're not having those conversations on a daily that actually is for your overall well-being and the advancement of you becoming that best version of yourself. You're going to have to create it from something deep inside of you that you care about. And if you haven't found that, then you're going to have to approach those prerequisites with compassion and a sense of wanting to get to know yourself. And that is going to help you develop a better daily habit, daily system for counteracting negative thoughts and negative thinking, distracting thoughts and draining thoughts. You're going to now have something in your tool that can help you navigate not only your inner world, but the external world. When we found something helpful in this, tap into the next one. Peace. Art talk. And so the whole idea behind the art talk is, what are you contributing, and is it for the right reasons? Those are depending on the topic, those are the two questions that I think is the overall theme of like what you want to take away when you tap into like an art talk conversation. Those could be like Q&As. It could be panel discussions, talking about balance, creativity, fitness, and health. Or just what it's like to be an artist. And so you can see here, it's another visual. And so again, all these videos are just like, it's going to be placed in a way that, creates the experience. And it may not necessarily be these videos, but I wanted to put something together. I was mind mapping, so, hopefully that makes sense. And so after this, you keep scrolling down, and then you're going to see another video that's basically telling you about the founder, which is myself, and just giving you a little synopsis. I guess you wonder where I've been. basically to express yourself. If you're not expressing yourself while you're here, then you wasting the gift of time. And keep scrolling, and another audio comes in. I may not have had any formal training or traditional training, but I do know that I picked up on the ability of drawing very well. And so I just kept telling myself, like, if I keep just making what I like, just make what I like, and just put all of my effort into making things that I enjoy doing, and see how long I can stay in that process, I'll improve. I'll definitely improve. And so I've been doing that, and who I'm becoming because of it is something I'm truly grateful for. Then you can see a couple pieces like these. So these are supposed to represent murals, and it's gonna have like notes on the mural. I don't know how I'm gonna have it positioned, but it's gonna give you like topics to discuss. So they're all meant to start a conversation. And then you keep scrolling, you keep scrolling. Art. Art shapes the world around us. Art, the foundation and flow of culture. Another another topic that you can talk about, like how do you feel when you read these statements? That's really what I'm going for. And, then you can see me. This is me just locked in inside the studio, just working on another piece. Is while I'm painting, I'm thinking about my future. I'm thinking about improving on the craft. I'm thinking about breathing. I'm thinking about, what, why I'm still doing it. Think about what's the next steps for me. So, even while I'm doing it, I'm thinking about like how can I make it all make sense? What's the message behind why I'm doing this? So, you know, it's a process. It really is. And then you keep scrolling, keep scrolling. You want to scroll at like a 1-2 pace. Anytime we in the creative process, there's like a frequency, a vibration. There is something going on in the unseen that is allowing you to even create the way that you're creating. And that's just something that you got to think about. And then you'll see some more prints. Now these could be prints or they could be like smaller framed art. So like some statement pieces that's going to be carefully positioned around the gallery. So not as big, but maybe 30 by 40. These are, I guess, self-reflection pieces of myself and the kind of state of mind that I'm usually in as I journey through life. Hopefully that makes sense. Keep scrolling, keep scrolling. You're going to see a neuron link. And, it's talking about light work. So light workers and their call to action. If you haven't heard of the term, I highly suggest you look it up. But hopefully I'm going to be able to do my part. So what I'm realizing is like, how like people be like, yo, you get a signal. And it's like, if you don't act on the signal, it go to somebody else. A lot of my creative process has been like, yo, I kept getting a signal. I just kept acting on it. And just like, even through all the awkwardness, the cringiness, the not knowing what to say next, what to do next, how to move next, like, I was just doing it. I was just like, yo, forget all that thinking and let me just do something. And the signal just keeps rewarding you with more things. It's like, oh, try this, try this, try this, try this, do this, do this, do this. So I wonder if anybody can relate to that. Art sets the stage for better communication and reflection. Another statement piece, another topic to talk about. And then this is me at doing a pop-up on a Beltline in Atlanta, and just do my part to connect with the people. I think that it's a nice balance that I have where like the pieces that I'm making are captivating enough, but I'm so I'm so locked into like figuring out what I got going on inside that it can get intense. So, you know, at times I be forgetting that I'm actually like trying to connect with the people. I'm battling, I'm conflicted, so I'm trying to balance my energy, which is it's daily. Hey, some things take time, so you know, it's important for you to stay focused when you're on your mission. Like everybody got their own mission, and you're gonna meet a lot of people in the world, but you gotta stick through till the end. Sometimes it's gonna be a bit of a process before you start seeing results that really, light that fire inside of you. Sometimes you might take on certain things that's like, it's gonna take some time. It might take a couple months, and I don't want to. It could be like, a couple days, couple weeks, couple months. But the main point is like when you know that you can get it done, and you're capable of completing that project or idea. Like see it through to the end, and see what you become because of it. So this is another mural piece, one of my favorite pieces right now, and promoting balance, another statement piece, and it's great for anyone that's looking for peace. It's called Puzzle Piece, but spelled like peace, like Peace. And then you got another thing saying art, fashion, film, three avenues of creativity that I'm focused on. And then you see another projector piece, and it's talking about creative direction and how being authentic is the route that I'm pursuing when it comes to creative direction. And then we got another audio talking about the artist's perspective. As an artist, we got that ability to express ourselves through our practice. We don't always got to explain what we're going through or what we experienced verbally. Like we have that option to, in my case, pick up a paintbrush, pick up a pencil, and tell the story through the practice itself. I've learned that in order to truly get to know an artist, you have to spend time with their art. Hopefully you found some gems in this, and tap into the next one. And this is another mural piece talking about the power of faith over fear and understanding the light code. Faith is a code. And then you keep scrolling, and you're going to see some pieces that I want to have like audios behind when you walk up to it. Like when you get close enough, then the audio plays. Tap into the flow, then you let it go. Tap into the flow, then you let it go. Tap into the flow, then you let it go. Then you let it go, then you let it go. Hey. How many people care about balance? How many people care about health and fitness? How many people care about all three? I use art to raise awareness on these topics and, basically teach through art how it can not only be a source of healing, but also a source of empowerment. I know your spirit need the guidance. Hey yo, I know you need divine timing. Hey yo, I know you find the right timing. Hey yo, I know. Hey yo, I know your spirit need the guidance. Hey yo, I know you need divine timing. Hey yo, I know you find the right timing. Hey yo. People who understand the value of art. You visit that website at simplydopeart.com. You can learn more about all the ways that I am raising awareness on those topics, and also, giving back. And you can learn more about my journey and where I started. As an artist, it's important for me to leave a positive impact. And so the play-by-play is going to reveal itself in the process. So another piece, I study how to make things look, sound, and feel cool. And then you keep scrolling, and, it's just all to just kind of guide you on the things that I've been doing. So it's another projection piece where it's basically saying art creates the stage for better communication. And, all these things is just meant to inspire you. As I put these things out, it's like I'm not sure what doors is going to open up. Some people look at art as just that, it's just art. But as an artist, I think art shapes the world around us. I think it's the foundation and the flow of culture. And my aim as an artist is to bridge the gap based on the gifts that I have and based on the vision that I've been given. So this section coming up, I'm thinking about building a whole area and creating a short film. And it's a lotus flower and me, basically sharing my experience with spirit guides. They say you gotta act on the signal when you hear it. So right now I'm hearing to tell those that are listening, hi, first of all. Introduce myself, first of all. I feel like I'm on the path of discipline, and, maybe that is what you call a disciple. I think that working out saved me, and I'm grateful to be in the condition and the state of mind that I'm in. And I want to tell anyone that's listening that I pray that clarity returns to you. I pray that guidance finds you to lead you on a path that aligns with bringing out the gifts and all the positive qualities that are in you. I pray that when you're alone in silence, that you don't feel overwhelmed, and that you use that time to explore creative avenues. I pray that you believe in yourself enough to work on yourself physically, even if it's 5 minutes a day. I pray that you don't get discouraged if you're on your spiritual journey by yourself, because that just means that you have a really strong calling, and that you just have to just take it one day at a time, and don't forget to treat yourself. Don't worry about the pace that other people are going. Just worry about what you can accomplish that day. And I pray that you to love yourself, as hard as that may be. And you know, I am still figuring it out myself. So I think that this is a step in the right direction, and I hope you found some gems in this experience. Tap into the next one. Peace. And so this next video, a bit longer, but it gives you a detailed breakdown of like how to navigate the website. You made it to simplydopeart.com and you're wondering where should you go first. I'll say first click that link, art shop, right under that super dope character right there. When you click the link, you're going to enter into the shop and you're going to see all of the products that I am currently selling. And these are one-of-one art and merch. Then what you're gonna do is go to the top right corner and you're gonna see a drop-down menu, right? It should say Simply Dope Lab. When you click Simply Dope Lab, you're gonna see a couple things drop down. Now let's just run through them really quickly. The film studio is basically my journey from a freelancer to basically running my own business, own studio practice. The social high is an extension of what I'm building on YouTube. So YouTube, you get to see another side. You get to see me really deep dive into topics around balance, creativity, health, and fitness. This just gives you a mental mind map of how to build resilience. And the next drop down is the artist statement. So that is like a summarized version of, you know, the direction that I'm going right now as an artist and what I want to accomplish. And then it also shows a couple projects that I've currently finished. The Aurora Museum, right under that, you should see Aurora Museum. I say the best way to approach that, it is exactly what it is. It's a concept for a museum, is when you click it, really be present, really dedicate about 20 minutes to just, you know, really see what that's about. It's a lot of information in there that I took some time to curate. And what you want to do is scroll gently. If you're on your phone or if you're on your tablet and desktop, just take your time, like count 1, 2, scroll. And that's how to really experience that the best possible way. The next one is the donation center. The donation center is basically me opening that door to people who visit, because I'm thinking about when I'm actually in a museum, like, you know, just opening that. It's self-explanatory. It's a donation center. All right, the SDA review form, very helpful for someone like me who's building and wanted to build credibility. So, you know, that's self-explanatory too. Leave a review, let me know what your experience was, and I'm gonna use that to improve on the practice. Subscription. Now the subscription is something that is very unique. So what I'm doing is I'm offering a mentorship course, and this is great for entrepreneurs, great for creatives, great for businesses, and it is basically me teaching you everything that I've learned and providing you with the resources and the networks that I have, and then giving you direct access to me. Because one thing about mentors is really about like the person, you know, and like how passionate they are about what's going on. So I know I'm passionate about the things that I'm doing. So I think that my biggest strength when offering this course is like, you know, set aside some time and we can talk and we can brainstorm ways that you can get to that next level. So lastly, the next one is Soho Shots. So that is an affiliate page where I explore creativity using the camera. And it's as simple as that. Then the resources page. Definitely when you look on that page, you're going to see like a drop-down list of a couple of links that leads to outside sources. All of them are meant to, help you. And then careers, simple as that. I offer some opportunities to make some cash, make some money, to build. So check that out. And then you get to see another side that you don't really see from me. It's music. So I also songwrite. I also, make music. So hope you found something helpful in this video. Tap into the next one. Checking in with myself, asking myself questions that maybe I've enjoyed having with another person, but still just asking myself so I can at least be prepared, you know. Repetition, just asking myself until I don't even got to think about it. You talk about this topic, and I'm just like, bro, like, I spent so much time talking about this topic already. It's like, I know that I'm resilient, so, repetition, do something, do repetition, role playing, if you can find somebody that can role play with you on things that you want to grow on, certain habits that you want to establish, I highly recommend doing that. Watching videos, YouTube videos, following people on social media that are providing the resources and information that you need to keep you focused. And, just finding things that balance you out, that make you feel confident, that make you feel bold, that make you feel courageous. Align yourself with those type of resources, information, foods. And yeah, the foods you eat too helps. You want to be resilient, you got to make sure that you're giving your body the nutrients that it needs to be resilient, because, that matters too. What you're being exposed to, what your skin is being exposed to. So, just think about it, and that's what I got for you for this one. Tap into the next one. In this section, I don't know, this might be like a handout that I give out to everybody. It might be something that you can pick up and like keep on you, or it might be another, it could be a framed, it could be, a form of art, but it's just basically telling you about me. It's another bio, and I've done so many of them. It's just like it's always being improved, but I really like this. This really simplifies, the message that I have when I'm in the creative process. And then the next one is another statement piece, just closing, basically saying, I wonder what resonates with you most and how was your experience. And then after that should be like a final mural projected piece. And it's just, this one probably not even going to be on it, but it's just basically saying like how I want it to be structured and organized in the actual space itself. So how many frames, how much art is going to be in there, how big of a space I need, and, things like that. So, I've been thinking about this, but I've been thinking about it by myself. I haven't really been able to bounce around ideas with somebody else, with it. So it is a process, but hopefully this process has been expressed clearly enough to where you get an idea of the direction that I'm going. When you hear all of that, do you think like, I want to learn more about this? This is kind of interesting. Well, you can contact me because I am seeking partners, collaborators who share a passion for art. So send me an email at simplydopart@gmail.com or reach out to me on social media at simplydopart or give me a call. And that's about it. I'm thinking for like a Q&A. It's going to be dope questions and chill answers for the Q&A. That's going to be the panel discussion. And we're going to come up with some questions. So these are just example questions. It don't actually have to be this. But, I I put it in a way to where I was asking myself a question, and like how would respond if somebody was asking me questions or interviewing me. But after that, it's just breaking down like details of like it's just I mean it's something that I appreciate, but this is like this is the credits, this is the credits for the creative process. And that's it. That's all I got for you for this. Hope you found something helpful from this experience. Tap in.